Okay, so this is Duncan Owen. I'm responsible for the real estate team at Schroders. I've got a grand title as the Global Head of Real Estate. We're in the London office now, and this is my room. We have a large open plan floor plate for the majority of the team, and we've got 16 offices now, but the largest ones are London, Paris and Frankfurt. So this will be my week today. First of all, my room is set up as you might see, so it's a meeting room. I'm only in the office on average about 30% of the time because of various meetings with investors, etc. So it's set up and freely used as a meeting room for people when I'm around. It's got some memorabilia, it's got some old historic memorabilia, skiing holiday there. The chap in the red now, unbelievably, is 6 foot 2 inches tall, and so much bigger than me in the yellow from the ski. And so you can see how the screen works. I've got a stand-up desk. I always try and stand up. It makes the meetings shorter and makes me feel a little bit more energized. That's an example of my diary. Here's my day book, my notes, if you like, on the different things I'll be doing during the week. So what is on my desk at the moment? Well, there's a whole number of things on the desk. During this week, it's a short week, started with the bank holiday Monday. So there was a lot of work on Tuesday, really around budgeting. We started 2020 budgeting, and that's for financials, new fund launches, etc. Also had a meeting with my master and the group CEO, which was very much about where we are year to date on financials, but also measuring investment performance across the various funds. On Wednesday, I went to Spain. Here's a brochure, a document that we had. We own a shopping centre, we own a couple of shopping centres in Spain, and we looked at 4 or 5 competing centres and schemes. Obviously, it's really interesting what's going on in the retail market, so we were looking at competitors, had a meeting with some of our anchor tenants, some well-known people there, people like Zara, etc., and just reviewing both the Spanish market, which has some good growth at the moment, but also what else is going on in the retail sector. One of the things that's been very important during the course of the week is preparation for an investment committee meeting, which happens fairly regularly here at Schroders. We've got a number of key schemes. There's one here as an example, which is Ruskin Square in Croydon. There's about a 2 million square feet development with offices, residential, private rented sector and some retail. And we're looking at some schemes. We've built the first office and residential blocks out already, and we're looking at building out a further couple of offices. Also on the investment committee, there's quite a detailed list of agenda there. We're covering an acquisition of an office close to another one that we own already in Berlin, in Alexanderplatz. We're considering a refurbishment of an office at St. Cloud in Paris. We're also considering a very large letting, one of our city office developments at a place called Wenlock Works, which is in Shoreditch, which you can see the brochure and the colour of the brochure here. So quite a lot of variety that's really been going on in the investment committee. We're also restructuring some loans with the cost of debt at the moment, which is relatively low. So what else are we doing? I should really have taken a photograph of my EasyJet flight back, which was from Seville, where I dropped the temperature from 37 degrees by 15 degrees centigrade yesterday, getting off the plane at Gatwick yesterday evening. Leading up to today, the only other things I'd mentioned during the week which are coming would be, we've got our preparation for the start of next week, the Pan-European REITs board meeting, the Schroders European REIT, which has assets across continental Europe and is particularly a large office development in St. Cloud in Paris, in the bend of the river, where we're looking at a variety of things to do to refurbish and re-let in that. So they're the main things dealing with my week as it was, a slightly short week with it being the bank holiday week. The only thing I've not mentioned is we're always constantly researching now. We've got the hotels team. We're considering launching both a hotels fund as well as other alternatives. We're very active in the retirement living at the moment, and so we're continuously looking at different actions there. So that's my week. That was what was on my desk and the table and the various things we've been looking at. It's now Friday and it is about 5 to 1. Thank you for listening.